Hey Libra, how you doing? Hope things are good. Libra horoscope, month of May 2020. The insecurity surrounding the Venus-Neptune square on May 3rd can be daunting, but you don't have to let it overtake your life. Try to focus on the positives and stay away from what-if thinking, Libra. Communicative Mercury floats into Aries Gemini on the 11th, helping you see the enormous possibilities the universe has to offer. You can't wait to meet new people, learn about new things, and go new places. Being a student of the world for the next couple of weeks is going to be so eye-opening. The Sun enters mentally alert Gemini on May 20th, increasing your desire to put yourself out there and absorb as much information as possible. The next month is the perfect time to detach from emotion as you take a more logical view of life. Read more, start a journal, talk to strangers. Another Venus-Neptune square on the 20th can make you feel like you've been taken advantage of, which plays with your insecurity for the second time this month. Trust between you and a friend or lover can be a major issue now. Even if it's their problem, it's yours too. It might be time to get out of a toxic relationship. Present, your current situation, Libra, in May of 2020. The world. The world, integration, accomplishment, involvement, fulfillment. Experiencing wholeness, contributing, realizing your goals, savoring the present. Influence, helpful or challenging energies, Libra, in May of 2020. Knight of Pentacles. That's Taurus energy. Unwavering or stubborn, cautious or adventurous, thorough or obsessive, realistic or pessimistic, hardworking or grinding. Is dogged in pursuit of a goal, is hard-headed and obstinate, checks and double checks, is too conservative, takes care of every detail, does not know when to quit, is willing to look at the facts, concentrates on what's going, becomes dedicated to a task, or focuses too narrowly on work. So these are the helpful or challenging energies for you in May. Past issues, the basis of the situation, Libra, in May of 2020. Temperance. Temperance, balance, health, combination. Reinforcing cards, current situation, world, integration, synthesis, combination. Finding the middle ground, showing moderation, avoiding excess, mitigating a harsh position, looking for the golden mean, reaching a compromise, offsetting an extreme. Combining forces, gathering together what is needed, joining with others, consolidating, finding the right mix, creating synthesis, getting it all together. That's the basic situation, past issues. Immediate past, what is behind you, Libra, in May of 2020. Queen of Pentacles. It's Virgo energy. Nurturing, big-hearted, down-to-earth, resourceful, trustworthy. Gives love and support. Finds a use for whatever's at hand. Will do any service for others. Keeps confidences and secrets. Handles problems matter-of-factly. It's your immediate past, Libra. Crowning thoughts. Your thoughts regarding the situation, Libra, in May of 2020. Ace of Swords in reverse. For some, that's opposite of what the card means. For me, it's half full, half energy. Half the meaning of the card. Up to you, your life, your personality. Make it over to you. Or, I'm just reading a general, reference to the cards and painting a big picture. It's up to you how you want to see the picture. Your perception is yours. Mental force, fortitude, justice, truth. Being objective, righting a wrong, dispelling doubts, overcoming adversity. Immediate future, what is about to happen, Libra, in May of 2020? Five of Pentacles. Hard times, ill health, rejection. Running into material troubles, lacking support, feeling run down and tired. Your fears, emotional concerns regarding the situation in Libra in May of 2020. The High Priestess. Non-action, unconscious awareness, potential, mystery. Withdrawing from involvement, understanding the possibilities, using your intuition, looking beyond the obvious. You're emotionally concerned about these things. Environmental factors, how others see you, Libra, in May of 2020. The Devil. Bondage, materialism, ignorance, hopelessness. Accepting an unwanted situation, being unaware, believing the worst, being caught up in appearances. It's environmental factors. I don't think that's how people see you. Might be. Your hopes, what you really wish for, Libra, in May of 2020. Seven of Pentacles. Assessment, reward, direction change. Evaluating the status, weighing a different approach. Finally seeing some results. Outcome answers your question, Libra, in May of 2020. King of Pentacles. It's Capricorn energy. You've got Nine of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles, and the King of Pentacles. Plus the Seven of Pentacles. Plus the Five of Pentacles. And then Ace of Swords and Major Arcanas. Enterprising, adept, reliable, supporting, steady. Makes any venture successful. Encourages the accomplishments of others. Works towards a goal with firm resolve. Is informed about practical matters. Meets all commitments and promises. Additional clues and guidance about the reading, Libra, May of 2020. The Hermit in reverse. Four Cups in reverse. Two Cups in reverse. And the Page of Cups. Water sign, young water sign. Top of the deck. Eight of Cups reversed. Bottom of the deck. Ten of Pentacles. The Hermit. Introspection, searching, guidance, solitude. Opposing card, current situation, world. Involvement with the world. Opposing card, Two of Cups. Here are additional clues and guidance. Making connections, partnerships. These are opposing cards. Reinforcing cards here is your fears or your emotional concerns. The High Priestess, looking inward, withdrawing. There's something about yourself you're not seeing that is being seen by others that you're not seeing. That maybe you hope nobody's seeing, but they are. And it's not bad, it's just something you gotta embrace and open up to, that there's a reason for the way you're doing it, your experiences, your trauma possibly. So more healing needed. So we got the world, involvement with the world. Seeking greater understanding, looking for something, wanting the truth at all costs, going on a personal quest, needing more, desiring a new direction. Two of Cups, making connections, partnerships. Needing to be alone, desiring stillness, withdrawing from the world, experiencing seclusion, giving up distractions, retreating into a private world. High Priestess, looking inward, so being introspective, thinking things over, focusing inward, concentrating less on the senses, quieting yourself, looking for answers within, needing to understand. Four of Cups. Self-absorption, apathy, going within. Opposing card, world, involvement, caring, taking part. Two of Cups, connection, sharing with others. Hermit, reinforcing, withdrawal, being introverted. So concentrating on your own feelings, wanting for yourself, being unaware of others, giving out little, withholding affection, seeing only your point of view, ignoring gifts and blessings, being introspective, meditating, dreaming, contemplating, pausing to reflect, getting lost in revere, withdrawing from involvement, losing outer awareness. Passively accepting, losing interest, feeling disengaged, making little effort, finding life stale and flat, lacking motivation, feeling little desire. Two of Cups, connection, truce, attraction. Opposing card, Hermit, needing to be alone. Four of Cups, self-absorbed, being alone. So opposite of needing to be alone, solitude would be making a connection, joining with another, celebrating a marriage or union, cementing a friendship, establishing a partnership, working together, sharing, helping and being helped, seeing commonalities. Four of Cups, self-absorbed, being alone. Calling a truce, healing or severed relationship, bringing together opposites, letting bygones be bygones, coming to a satisfactory agreement, declaring peace, forgiving and forgetting. Page of Cups, being emotional, being intuitive, being intimate, being loving, be moved or touched, start or renew a love affair, make a thoughtful gesture, receive guidance from within. And then top of the deck we had the Eight of Cups, deeper meaning, weariness, moving on. Reinforcing cards, Hermit, searching for deeper meaning. Focusing on personal truth, leaving the rat race, looking for answers, concentrating on what is important, starting a journey of discovery, finding out the facts, devoting more time to the spiritual. Bottom of the deck, Ten of Pentacles. Affluence, permanence, convention. Opposing card here in the immediate future, in the middle of May, is Five of Pentacles, hard times, material lack. Reinforcing cards is current situation, world, affluence, material fulfillment. So we got, what's the opposite of hard times, material lack would be affluence. Having material abundance, being free from money problems, enjoying business success, feeling financially secure, seeing your ventures flourish, having a run of good fortune. And then world, it's the same thing, affluence, material fulfillment. Go. So we do things a little bit different now. We got two decks here. We're going to get a reading for each card from the Ego and the Shadow. If you don't know what I'm talking about, look up Jung, Jung, Psychology. Look up his red book. From the Ego, why is the world here in the current situation, Libra, in May of 2020? The Moon. The maiden behind the mirror. You think you are looking at reality, but it is your own projections. Look around the mirror, leaving your expectations behind, and you will discover a different reality. From the Shadow, why is the world in the current situation, Libra, in May of 2020? Nine of Pentacles. So the book for this deck is a little different. It gives you a meaning for each number, or Queen, King, Knave, Knight, and the major arcanas, and then each of the four symbols. So nines mean the experience produced abundance, wholeness, but perhaps also isolation and crisis. And then Pentacles means shadows are represent matter, Shadows and represent matter and the element of the earth, corresponding to our own physical century of the body, its needs, and the material that surrounds it. Amidst the shadows grow attachments of men who identify themselves with their body and with the objects they possess. From the ego lies the Knight of Pentacles and the influence, helpful or challenging energies for Libra in May of 2020. Phoenix of Books. The book left behind. You finished the book and must leave it behind. Don't keep referencing it, making sure you are following the steps. Whatever is necessary became a part of you. Go ahead and live it. From the shadow lies the Knight of Pentacles here, and the influence, helpful or challenging energies, Libra, in May of 2020. The Empress. In the grottos of the Isle of Riley, the lady reigns over the creatures banished there while waiting to be conjured up to once again reign over the surface of the planet together with Cthulhu. As during the long winter, Mother Nature veils herself in darkness and awaits the propitious moment and to manifest life again. The lady is the mother and the goddess of the ancient inhabitants of the world. From the ego, why is temperance here in the basis of the situation, past issues, Libra, in May of 2020? The Hierophant. The Saint without guilt. Know that you are matter, but remember that you carry within you a spark of the divine. You were created to remember and to reconnect to that which connects us all. From the shadow lies temperance here in past issues, basis of the situation, Libra, in May of 2020. The Devil. In the crevasse that mirrors the moon, the gigantic hands of the slimy and scaly dragon emerge from the waters, like the deepest horrors emerge from our unconscious. So that's Cthulhu, as it referenced earlier with the Empress. From the Eagle lies the Queen of Pentacles here in immediate past, Libra, in May of 2020. Two of Chalices. The chalice shared, intimacy blossoms and harmony grows as two hearts draw close to each other in a balanced and loving relationship. Nourish what nourishes you, care for it, and keep it safe. From the shadow lies the Queen of Pentacles here in the immediate past, Libra in May of 2020. Knave of Chalices. Knaves mean presage or presage, 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 presage of the onset of a transformation, the secret learning of the hidden knowledge of the pyramids. And then chalices are dreams and represent emotions in the element of water, corresponding to your own emotional century, joys and pains. Dreams are delicate and are held in the heart like wine in a chalice. Dreams sometimes well and overflow like tears in our eyes when we are moved. From the ego, why is the Ace of Swords in reverse here in Crowning Thoughts, Libra in May of 2020? High Priestess. The Keeper of Mysteries, books, and knowledge point to the doors of mystery. To experience magic, you must cross the threshold and give yourself over to the mystery, letting go of your expectations. Why is the Ace of Swords, or from the shadow, why is the Ace of Swords in reverse here in the Crowning Thoughts, Libra in May of 2020? Three of Swords. Threes represent the grimoire falls open to natural magic, to creativity, to union. Swords are demons and represent thoughts in the element of air, corresponding to our own intellectual century with the mind and its potential. If thoughts escape our control, they can become obsessions, taking the form of demons that enslave the mind. From the ego, why is the Five of Pentacles here in the immediate future, Libra in May of 2020? Phoenix of Chalices. The Chalice renewed. The chalice renewed love as expressed between two people may change or even die. By experiencing the pain of loss and practicing emotional maturity, love in the heart is reborn, free to find new expression in the world. From the shadow, why is the Five of Pentacles here in the immediate future, Libra in May of 2020? King of Swords. Kings represent the control of one of the, the control of demons, the full possession of one's resources. Represent thoughts in the element of air, corresponding to our own intellectual century and the mind and its potential. If thoughts escape our control, they can become obsessions, taking the form of demons that enslave the mind. From the ego, why is the High Priestess here in fears, emotional concerns, Libra in May of 2020? Four of Swords. Sword at rest. The mind must rest to perform well. Important work is done while sleeping. Quit trying so hard to work things out. Relax, take a step back, and let the answer float to the surface. From the shadow lies the High Priestess here, and the fears, emotional concerns, Libra, May 2020. Two of Wands. Two represents diverse energies face off in the depths, obstacles, a critical point, accumulation. Wands are the lights and represent creativity in the element of fire, corresponding to our own creative century. Together with sexuality, the lights defeat the darkness and disperse fears, releasing a vibrant creativity. From the ego lies the devil here, and environmental factors, emotional concerns, Libra, in May of 2020. Death. The child of tears. We mourn the loss of life, of changes in our world. Death is part of the life cycle. Tears are how we measure the loss and remember the cost of separation. From the shadow lies the devil and the environmental factors, how others see you, Libra, in May of 2020. Judgment. The great old ones need men. The great old ones need man and make themselves known in their dreams by calling low. The monolith rises between the rainbows that recall the past between man and his soul. From the ego lies the Seven of Pentacles here, and your wishes, hopes, what you really wish for, Libra, in May of 2020. Ace of Books. The book opened as if out of nowhere, or perhaps as if from the mind of the divine. A page has been turned, a new doorway or possibility opened. Keep reading, keep exploring. There's so much more here than meets the eye. From the shadow lies the Seven of Pentacles here, and your hopes, what you really wish for, Libra, in May of 2020. Six of Swords. Six represent analysis of the situation, reflection of necessary before deciding. Swords are demons and represent thoughts in the element of air, corresponding to our own intellectual century with the mind and its potential. If thoughts escape our control, they can become obsessions, taking the form of demons and enslave the mind. From the ego lies the King of Pentacles here in the outcome for Libra in May of 2020. Ten of Swords. The sword's work is done at the end of the day after all the arguments are made and debates run dry. The real gift of the sword is understanding. When everyone around is in agreement, pain eases and healing begins. From the shadow lies the King of Pentacles, an outcome for Libra in May of 2020. King of Pentacles. So King of Pentacles on King of Pentacles. From the shadow. Kings control. So the King of Pentacles controls shadows, the full possession of resources, represent matter and the element of the earth corresponding to our own physical century, the body, its needs, and the material that surrounds it. Amidst the shadow grows attachment of men who identify themselves with their body and with the objects that they possess. So the things that you own you, but you don't realize it. So I like to see a lot of people who live in their nice, beautiful homes, and they're like not participating publicly in the transparency of showing the generosity that they give. They like to keep it in secret, like that. That's like taking away half the power of your charitable action, and it's a what do they call it? A putting out of your own insecurities about what you own, losing your house or whatever, and having to go back instead of taking that leap of faith, knowing that everything's going to be fine no matter what happens. It's a tricky situation, I understand. It's not like it's easier said than done, right? Yeah. I get it. Moving on. So, continuing the theme of ego and shadow from Jung's psychology, we've got Isis Oracle for the ego. Isis Oracle, what's the message for Libra May of 2020? Overall meaning, underlying energies of the entire reading for Libra in May of 2020. Temple of Black Obsidian. Beloved Initiate, the most challenging task is not to confront an external enemy, but to take courage in both hands and journey within, to meet our own dark self, and begin the healing task of bringing love, acceptance, and light to it. That is the sacred purpose of any enemy within or without, to bring us more deeply into our own being as we seek to find and heal the darkness within. The Temple of Black Obsidian is a ruthlessly honest place of raw love and healing. Truly profound and lasting, deep relief and transformation can occur here. Black obsidian is protective and revealing. It will prevent harm from external or internal forces, but it will also reveal that which has been lurking in the shadows of the self, trying to avoid being brought out into the open for fear of condemnation. The biggest challenge we face in entering the Temple of Black Obsidian is our own unwillingness to love and accept all parts of us. The initiate who is invited to enter the Temple of Black Obsidian enters into his or her own shadow, the part of us that is hidden from our own awareness and is usually only experienced in relationship to others, quite often as projection. Lady Isis is the dark priestess of the Temple of Black Obsidian. It says, Lady Isis, as the dark priestess of the Temple of Black Obsidian, invites you now to confront the parts of your own ego that you have denied previously. Why? Because in doing so, you will gain more freedom. Come to know yourself more wholly, and you will find that life experiences opportunities, relationships, and breakthroughs that you have not been able to reach will suddenly become available to you. The dark chamber always leads to the light chamber, but one cannot avoid the initiation of the Temple of Black Obsidian on the pathway to more light. Isis will assist you in preparing for this journey by encouraging you to not allow yourself to become your own worst enemy. Most of the fear we have before the dark chamber of healing is the fear of our own self-criticism and rejection. Isis declares that readiness for the dark chamber requires a willingness to exercise non-judgment, compassion, and a readiness to accept the self in all expressions. To safely enter the dark chamber and be healed, you must prepare to give yourself love unconditionally. You must be able to recognize judgments that you hold towards yourself not as truths, but as old patterning. This is why the successful initiation of the dark chamber is a truly advanced stage of soul development. The heart has become willing to love unconditionally, and the initiate must be able to witness feelings that arise with kindness and acceptance, but not fall into them, overwhelmed, crushed, and deflated by any darkness found within. And it is worth the challenge because finding peace from pain, self-criticism, self-doubt, fear, and self-judgment through healing in this temple is a gift beyond measure. So to help you understand that message, I suggest, if you're into it, do some hypnotic or psycho analysis by therapy by possibly using hallucinogens. If not, you can always do that with trance state, like dancing till you're exhausted. There are other methods too. If you're not into that either, just simply watch the Teen Titans universe. I think it's like an hour long. And you're like, "What? Watch a cartoon?" No, trust me. Just trust me. It's pretty funny. But if you watch this Teen Titans episode, where Raven confronts her inner demon, well, at the end you'll see what I'm talking about. You'll understand. If you can, if you're into it, do some hallucinogens and watch it. If not, it's okay, whatever. Hopefully this message gets through to you. Moving on, let's go to the shadow where we have Divine Oracle, Circus Oracle. From the Divine Circus Oracle, what's the message for Libra in May of 2020? What's the overall meaning, underlying energies of the entire reading for Libra in May of 2020? The Velvet Queen. Number 25. A rare prize is to be bestowed upon you. The universe is confirming that the most luscious dreams of your heart are being nurtured into manifestation. To this end you shall be given a saving grace and intervention if needs be. To be open to receive, surrender doubt in favor of unconditional trust. Through your trust and optimism, you make it easier for the universe to give you a most deserved gift. A rare prize is worth the effort to attain it. Your efforts will need to include loving discipline. Loving discipline is not about trying to bend the world according to your will, but rather about readying yourself to align with the spirit of what you want to receive. To receive rather than attempt to take by force requires strength, trust, spiritual intelligence, and courage. It is easier to try and force things from a fearful place, but it is more effective and empowering to learn how to attract and receive through consciously chosen surrender. This allows the universe to do its best work for you. To surrender is not about passivity, but doing all we can do and then trusting life enough to let go and allow the outcome to be what it will. Surrendering is not giving up. It's about trusting that there is a great and generous intelligence expressing itself through our lives, and if open to it, great treasures are bestowed upon us. So the discipline spoken of here is about changing your consciousness. It asks you to release your issues around self-worth. Why should you not be empowered and assisted by the universe to create a life that fills you with joy and feels just right for you? Of course you should, can, and will be. Release any lack of self-worth that would get in the way of your opening in complete trust to the universe. The Velvet Queen assists in shifting the mind from scarcity to prosperity and consciousness, where we feel we can receive precious gifts with an easy, open attitude, neither holding on to them out of fear nor pushing them away out of shame or guilt. When she enters your life, she brings a sign of abundance headed your way. This might manifest itself in many and varied ways: in financial wealth, career opportunities, increased love and affection in your relationship, or as a sense of living in the rich fulfillment of life, spirituality as well as emotionally and materially. Spiritually as well as emotionally and materially. She also indicates a prize that is worth attaining. It is said that the sweetest fruit is at the top of the tree and therefore worth the climb. The Velvet Queen lets you know that your most prized dream is within reach. Through a combination of letting life unfold as it will and your own disciplined efforts, don't give up. You cannot make the fruit on the tree grow faster. That will happen according to the rhythm of life, but you can certainly do your part to be ready to climb the tree at the right moment to savor the sweetness of success. Next, we're going to do the Druid Craft Tarot deck. What is the overall meaning, underlying energies of the Celtic Cross spread for Libra in May of 2020? Why are the cards laid out in the order, in the positions, in their meanings in the Celtic Cross spread for Libra in May of 2020? Five of Wands in reverse. Inner conflict or suppressed anger resulting in an inability to act or make decisions. An outer conflict may have seriously escalated. A challenge is being posed. How should I act? What should I do? It could be a good time to explore the possibilities of meditation. What is the overall meaning, underlying energies of the Celtic staff for Libra in May of 2020? Why are the cards laid out in the positions they are and the meanings of them in the Celtic staff for Libra in May of 2020? The World in reverse. Divine Feminine on this one. It's a female on there from that picture. The World reverse is the Hangman. You may find the completion of your work delayed, or that you have to go over some work again. You may simply feel stuck and unable to move forward. Inevitably, movement and completion will follow restriction and stasis. What's the overall meaning, underlying energies of the entire reading for Libra in May of 2020? Why is the Hermit in reverse, the Four of Cups in reverse, the Two of Cups in reverse, the Page of Cups here, and the additional clues and guidance for Libra, May of 2020. Three of Cups. A time for celebration. There may be a specific event, such as a marriage or birth. Time to take the time to enjoy the pleasures of friendship, joy and energy, receiving help or gifts. The end of a difficult or exhausting period in your life. Success in the arts. The Sacred Indian Tarot. What's the overall meaning, underlying energies of the entire reading? The message for Libra in May of 2020. The Hermit in reverse. When you get this card in a reading, it can indicate a need to withdraw, to take stock and review your life. It can also indicate a preoccupation with details, a need to finding a teacher or guide, or being a guide for others. In Hinduism, a rishi is a sage and or seer who heard the hymns of the Vedas from the supreme being Brahman, while he was in deep meditation. A rishi can be regarded as a combination of a patriarch, a priest, a preceptor, an author of Vedic hymns, a sage, a saint, and an ascetic. The rishi stands alone on the silent white mountaintop, and the divine light illuminates the path of ascent. So it's like divine masculine. That's what I'm getting. Some people get triggered with that word patriarch because it has bad history currently right now. And in like divine masculine healing, or defender, or patriarch would mean to that person not putting up with BS, nurturing discipline would be a good way to say it. Not beratement, not scolding, none of that, but still nurturing discipline, not just nurturing, it would be discipline. The masculine is disciplinarian when it comes to family, right? As far as women can do it too, right? That's not the point. What I'm saying is the testosterone versus estrogen. You see what I'm saying? Or, I don't know. Take it or leave it, whatever. It's up to you, whatever you feel is right. It's your life, not mine. Sacred Geometry Activations Oracle. What's the message, meaning, lessons, energies of the entire reading for Libra in May 2020? Divine Masculine. And these were made by a female. So if you want to jump to stupid conclusions, this must have been made by a man. No, this is a female. Look. So, just real quick, Lon was born and raised in Holland, where she attended art school and worked in the advertising and graphic arts industry. In the early 90s, she discovered crop circles and instantly fell in love with their complex designs. It goes on, but. Number 22, Divine Masculine. The frequency of Divine Masculine supports our strong, focused, and active side, allowing it to express itself while helping us to bring our dreams and ideas into form with kindness and wisdom. Three-dimensional reality is based on the duality between opposites and their internal movement toward union. Everything is created in pairs, male-female, matter-spirit, empty-full, dark-light, and so on. Without the tension caused by the magnetic push and pull of duals, there would be no movement. And without movement, there would be no life as we know it. When the push and pull of opposites is equal, a state of balance is achieved. For humans to live harmoniously with each other, the masculine and the feminine have to reach a state of union, both outward as well as inward. The masculine and feminine attributes inside all of us have to be fully realized, understood, and expressed. Now that we are moving into a new energy, the enhanced qualities of these two opposites in human nature are emerging and urging us to let go of the roles we have traditionally assigned in the past, allowing a new masculinity and new femininity to arise. The divine masculine is strong, directed, sensual, and balanced, yet conscious, gentle, and compassionate, able to facilitate the expression of the divine feminine. This masculinity is focused, active, and intrinsically connected to the material physical world, providing security, structure, and reason. The dark blue refers to the vast and dark universe. The swirling circles in the background represent other dimensions and star systems beyond this earth that are at our origin. All the straight lines are the linear aspects associated with the masculine. The crystals and diamond shape symbolizes the beauty and immeasurable value that truly expressed masculinity holds. The spirals refer to the following nature that is also part of a true divine masculinity. Refer to the flowing nature, not to the flowing nature that is also part of the true divine masculinity. It says feminine in parentheses for flowing nature. The number 4 represents the form-based world we live in.